MHP is a critical piece of the puzzle when it comes to affordable housing in Montgomery County. MHP, housing people, empowering families, strengthening neighborhoods. In the past 20 years, MHP has been building communities and fulfilling dreams, serving more than 1,300 families in Montgomery County. People like Michael Withers, Francis Ballard, and Kirk Broglin. You'll hear their stories, but these images also illustrate the incredible reach of MHP. You won't see MHP scrawled on this wall, but its impact is here. There are drawings of teddy bears and flowers, but mixed in you'll see a picture of something that is so important to children, something we take for granted. This drawing is more than a mixture of crayons and imagination. It's a window to a child's soul.
Having a nice place to live goes a long way with self-esteem and how you feel about yourself, how you treat those around you, how you treat others.
Michael Withers knows what affordable housing can do for a young boy or girl. Years ago, his family was struggling. As a child, he lived in primitive conditions.
I'd really not lived with running water, seen showers, anything like that other than being in school.
Michael Withers still remembers what it was like driving up this road to a new home at Great Hope Homes.
It was quite liberating to walk in and have what we call a modern home, because prior to that we had a well, we had to draw water, we had a outhouse.
Michael knows that a house is more than just four walls and a roof overhead. It's where your story begins. And once he had a home, his life and his story began to soar. He got a college scholarship and now owns his own business.
The work that MHP does and the time that the folks give to it is valuable. It's not just a house, it's a life that they're building and supporting. It's not just surviving, it's living.
Since 1989, MHP has tackled the affordable housing crisis head-on. Montgomery Housing Partnership has a three-pronged approach. It acquires, builds, rehabs, and manages quality affordable housing. MHP brings residents, businesses, and other key community stakeholders together to revitalize and stabilize troubled neighborhoods. It also provides supportive community life programs for residents to develop the skills they need. Montgomery Housing Partnership has changed lives and communities. MHP is a place people turn to when they're in need. Michael knows that firsthand. When he learned developers were planning to buy Great Hope Homes, the place that made such a difference in his life, and turn this into more luxury housing, he knew he had to do something. He also knew the answer to his prayers was MHP.
Had it not been for MHP, it probably would have been gone. We would have lost affordable housing in this area.
We tend to think in terms of numbers. How many homes have you built? How many apartments have you remodeled? It's the story of the individual who has been helped that at the end of the day makes it all worthwhile.
And there are so many of those stories. Take Francis Ballard, for example. At 73, this retired widow looks like she could be anyone's grandmother. Yet her golden years have been less than golden. She struggled on a fixed income.
I could have been on the street a long time ago because there were times I didn't work and my husband had strokes and many health problems and he didn't work, so I was lucky I was able to stay here and afford it.
She has called her Gilbert Highlands apartment in Tacoma Park home for 35 years. By 2007, though, the place was a mess and overrun with rodents. During the height of the recession, MHP embarked on extensive renovations. Frances was relocated for a time and then returned to her apartment with freshly painted walls, new flooring, and insulated windows. For Frances, this really is home sweet home, thanks to MHP.
Many landlords wouldn't give me a second look because I don't have the income. So MHP has done a great job.
It's very gratifying, the work we do. We touch people's lives in many ways. Some are dramatic things where they're going from affordable rental housing to actually buying a house and living the American dream, to very simple things where a kid gets an A in school where they might have gotten C's or D's. So we're really touching kids and families' lives in many ways.
You look at people who are committed to doing this. They are truly committed, because you can't do this because they're looking for a salary, because many of them receive virtually nothing for what they do. You can't do this because you're looking for a title, because that's not important to many. You do it because you love people.
And MHP is even able to serve those who serve us. Kirk Broglin is a wounded Iraq War veteran.
I was in Walter Reed. I woke up in a hospital bed, and my command came, and they were speaking to me, and they were saying, you're a soldier. You were hurt for us. You were hurt for your country. You were hurt for your unit. We're going to make sure you're taken care of. You're a wonderful American. We love you. We want to make sure that you have everything that you need.
After his time in the hospital, he found himself struggling.
Times have changed. Even during the time I was over in Iraq, the country was in a state of change. And not living in the means in which I lived in the military, it was hard for me to try to stay stable and try to make it. The recession is not biased to soldiers or anyone else, so it was hard, and I was frustrated.
MHP helped ease the frustration. Now Kirk's living at 7610 Maple in Tacoma Park. He can walk to Montgomery College, where he's a student.
7610 became my platform. It became my foundation, the ground in which I'm not worried if I don't have somewhere to sleep. I'm not worried if I am struggling with food. To survive and just to be peaceful, just to not be worried is rich in itself.
For Kirk, Michael, and Francis, in their darkest hour, Montgomery Housing Partnership was there. And MHP provided much more than housing. It changed their lives. It shaped their lives. And in a classic case of pay it forward, Kirk is concentrating on becoming a MHP touched him. Now he wants to touch others. I
would definitely be helping other people and helping them get to where I am now or even further. And that's my desire and my goals. And I know I can get there. And 7610 had a big part to do with that.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and a child's drawing can be more powerful than that. In this case, it's not just a window to a child's soul. It's a testament to the power of MHP.